You are living under the illusion that everything in life is easy, that simply dreaming can lead to achieving, and that a slight effort could bring about grand results. You see others succeed and think you too will reach that level without sacrificing much. What's the reality? You only see the surface, the shadow of what you desire, without realizing how much failure, effort, and pain people endured to achieve it. When you try it yourself, the harsh reality hits. It's much harder than you imagined. You deluded yourself into thinking a little effort would bring success, but you were wrong. Half-hearted attempts only lead to disappointment and bitterness, and you're the one paying for that naivety. Your unreasonable desires surpass what you're willing to contribute, yet you refuse to see this truth. This world has no room for those living in illusions without a solid foundation. You want success, yet you overlook what it takes to achieve it. Stop blaming circumstances or others. Look at your own shortcomings. Confront your laziness when you refuse to dig deeper or face challenges. Are you willing to endure difficulties, to rise again after each failure as those you admire do? If not, you'll forever remain on the sidelines of your own life, viewing success through a misty lens of expectations. It's time to stop blaming circumstances and dreaming without action. If you truly want to achieve something, let go of your current comfort, dive into real challenges, and take responsibility for your own failures. Let's build a community of kindness by subscribing to Stoicism for Success right now and sharing it with those you wish to see live with kindness and strength like us. Let's spread these positive values together. Don't aim to please everyone. Stoic philosophy in modern life today, we often get caught up in trying to please everyone, from family, friends, colleagues, to strangers on social media. The expectations of others and social pressure can unknowingly push us away from core values and inner peace. Stoic philosophy, a classic yet profoundly insightful philosophy, encourages us to focus on what we can control and to reduce dependency on external opinions. One of the key lessons from Stoic philosophy is accepting that not everyone will understand or agree with our choices and views. At work, for instance, you may work wholeheartedly and complete tasks excellently, but that doesn't guarantee recognition or praise. Stoicism teaches that happiness lies not in others' applause, but in your own belief and pride in what you've given. Consider praise as a secondary reward. The real value lies in effort and dedication. In personal relationships, Stoicism advises us to love sincerely, but without expecting others to respond as we wish. This not only brings inner peace, but also fosters harmonious, natural relationships. For example, helping a friend without waiting for them to return the favor makes the friendship more sincere and relaxed. This way, your actions are independent of others' reactions. Stoicism helps you understand that value and satisfaction come from within, not from external opinions or judgments. When we stop trying to please everyone, we feel lighter, freer, and true to ourselves. The key is to learn to love yourself, respect yourself, and live according to values that truly matter to you. 2. Avoiding unconditional attachment to expectations. Living in a world filled with expectations from ourselves and society, we often set high standards and hope everything will go our way. However, when things don't go as expected, we easily fall into disappointment and dissatisfaction. Stoic philosophy reminds us that clinging too tightly to expectations is a source of unnecessary stress and worry. Instead of trying to control everything, learn to accept and adapt to circumstances. According to Stoic principles, we should focus on what we can control: our attitude, reactions, and efforts. As for results, whether in work, love, or relationships, they are not always within our grasp. When you cling too tightly to expectations, you put yourself at the mercy of external factors beyond your control. This creates pressure and can leave you feeling unfulfilled when things don't go as planned. A simple example is at work. You might set a goal to complete a project on time and achieve excellent results. But external factors like colleagues' delays or client changes can lead to different outcomes. When you don't attach yourself too much to the final result, you become more flexible and can handle situations calmly. This helps you maintain satisfaction and happiness, even if the results fall short of expectations. Similarly, in relationships, expecting others to act as you wish often leads to disappointment. Rather than expecting others to meet your every demand, appreciate what they bring and accept differences. Flexibility and openness to surprises make relationships more harmonious. Not clinging unconditionally to expectations doesn't mean giving up dreams or ambitions. Instead, set goals, give your best effort, but accept that life sometimes takes unexpected paths. When you release expectations, you'll find freedom and peace, allowing yourself to enjoy life more fully. 3. Focus on yourself rather than comparing with others. In modern society, we are often tempted to compare ourselves to others. We see others' achievements on social media, their sparkling photos, bright successes, and even their dream lives. Yet, this comparison often brings insecurity, dissatisfaction, and unnecessary pressure. Stoic philosophy encourages us to stop comparing ourselves to others and instead focus on our own journey and goals. When you compare yourself to others, you usually only see the surface without understanding the difficulties, challenges, and effort they endured. Everyone has different journeys, goals, and circumstances. Instead of using others' success to measure yourself, use yourself as the benchmark. Ask, how have I improved from yesterday, and am I living true to my values and goals? Consider a work example. You might see a colleague promoted quickly, achieving great success, while you face challenges. If you focus only on comparing with them, you'll easily feel dissatisfied. Instead, focus on improving your skills, developing your abilities, and reaching the goals you set for yourself. When you concentrate on your path, you'll feel more satisfied with what you're striving for and achieving. In personal life, focusing on yourself rather than comparing also helps you value yourself. Take time to explore your passions, hobbies, and enjoy your own pleasures. When you invest in yourself and live according to your values, you experience happiness from within. A sustainable contentment unaffected by others' achievements or lives. By letting go of comparison, you'll live with a peaceful heart, focusing on your goals and developing yourself in the best way possible. Let yourself be the only measure, and you'll see that happiness doesn't come from being better than others, but from becoming the best version of yourself. Let's come together to support our community. If you are a kind person, please hit the like button on this video and leave some energetic comments to spread positive vibes. Together, we can make a difference. 4. Do what you love, not what others expect. In life, everyone has expectations of us, from family and friends to the society around us. We often get caught up in trying to live up to these expectations, responding to demands that aren't our own. However, true freedom in real life only begin when we dare to live authentically, doing what we love rather than merely striving to meet others' expectations. Stoic philosophy encourages us to seek inner values, understanding that true happiness lies not in meeting external standards, but in pursuing our true passions. Sometimes what we love may be different, even contrary to popular opinion. Perhaps you enjoy painting rather than choosing a stable office job, or you prefer adventure over settling in one place. Even if it doesn't align with others' expectations, pursue it boldly, for that is the path to happiness and peace. A practical example is choosing a career. Your family may expect you to choose a traditional, stable job, but you're passionate about creativity and want to pursue art. If you simply follow others' expectations, you may live a stable life but lack joy and fulfillment. On the other hand, when you pursue the work you love, every workday becomes meaningful, and pride and fulfillment accompany you on that journey. Life becomes free and meaningful when you dare to transcend the fear of judgment or difference. Don't hesitate because of feeling out of place. Each person has their own path. When you live true to yourself, you radiate positive energy, inspire others, and contribute to a more beautiful world. 5. Focus on the process rather than the result. On the journey to achieving goals, many people are often obsessed with the end result, thinking they can only feel satisfied once they reach the destination. However, Stoic philosophy emphasizes the value of focusing on the process, for it is in each step that we find true meaning and joy. When you focus too much on the destination, you're likely to feel pressure and stress, often missing the beautiful moments along the way. A person working toward a major achievement may forget the small joys of completing each task, forgetting the pride felt in every step forward. If you're only focused on the final result, you lose the chance to enjoy your own development, a much more profound reward than any temporary accomplishment. Consider a learning or work example. Suppose you're pursuing a certification or a major project. Instead of waiting for the day you reach the goal, enjoy the process of learning, accumulating each new piece of knowledge, and feeling joy as you improve step by step. You'll see yourself growing and becoming more confident each day, and it's these feelings that give true meaning to the journey. In relationships, too, if you only expect others to meet your expectations or wait for a perfect moment, you might miss out on precious moments. By focusing on nurturing and caring for relationships each day, you create beautiful memories and lasting connections, rather than letting distant expectations affect you. Focusing on the process also helps you develop patience and appreciate the present. Each small step contributes to success, and every experience along the way brings valuable lessons. By enjoying every step, you'll feel that you're living fully and achieving success each day. Remember that life is a long journey, and it is the moments throughout that journey that create real meaning. When you focus on the process, you not only move closer to your goals, but also feel happier with each step. 6. Remaining unaffected by negativity. Modern life inevitably involves conflicting opinions, criticism, and even challenging situations. While some are easily caught up in judgment and negative emotions, Stoic philosophy encourages us to maintain a detached attitude towards these influences. Detachment here doesn't mean being indifferent or ignoring everything, but rather having self-control, not letting external negativity overly affect you. A useful way to practice detachment is to remind yourself that not every criticism reflects your true self and values. When someone criticizes, instead of reacting immediately, listen calmly and selectively, pick out helpful insights. If there's something you can improve on, accept it. If it's baseless, let it pass without weighing it down. This way, you save energy and avoid unnecessary emotions. In work or relationships, challenging situations are inevitable. For example, when facing failure or a complex task, a Stoic remains optimistic, focusing on problem solving instead of letting negative thoughts consume them. This calmness not only helps overcome challenges effectively, but also brings peace even in tense circumstances. By remaining unaffected by negativity, you gradually learn to focus on positive values, long-term goals, and meaningful pursuits. When you're not swept away by criticism or emotional situations, your mind becomes more serene and open to the small joys life offers. This philosophy allows you to live a peaceful, resilient life, staying centered amidst storms. By letting go of negativity, you feel profound happiness and maintain an optimistic spirit in all situations. Thank you for watching this video. Let's support our wonderful community by hitting subscribe and turning on notifications right now. Show everyone that you're living kindly by liking the video and sharing your experiences in the comments. Take action now to spread positive energy.